I am Warren Mitchell, and this lovable old gentleman here is, we call him Uncle Ephus. Those of you that remember Chuck, this is his great uncle. And we're glad to be here at Dixon this afternoon, aren't we, Ephus? At my age, I'm glad to be anywhere this afternoon. Why are the other ones staring at me? They're not staring at you, Ephus. They're just surprised to see a ventriloquist here this afternoon. There's a ventriloquist here? Where? Ephus, I'm the ventriloquist. You? That's right. What is a ventriloquist anyway? Well, in the first place, you have to have a man. Yeah. Then you have to have a dummy. Oh, I see. Which one are you? As I was saying, hello, you good-looking little Heather over there. You bring your old man with you, or did you come to this shindig to have a good time? How you doing there, Janet? Oh, ain't she sweet? You bring Buddy with you today? Cat got your tongue? How's it feel to sit there and talk to a wooden-headed dummy? She said she's used to it. She talks to her old man all the time. Well, I gotta talk like a dummy, otherwise Warren couldn't understand me. But I do some adjustments on my here. There we go. You know, Ephus, every time we go somewhere, you start flirting with the ladies. Well, I can't help it. At my age, all women look the same. What do you mean? They all look good. You know, you're going to take a lady out sometime, she's going to be the kind that'll kiss and tell. I don't care if they kiss and tell. I need all the advertisement I can get. Do you like women that talk a lot or the other kind? What? I said, do you like women that talk a lot or the other kind? What other kind? Oh, I tell you, if your girlfriend Sally's here, you're in a lot of trouble when you leave. Sally and I ain't going together no more. Oh, I didn't know that. What happened? Well, now, would you go out with someone that cheats and lies all the time? No, I sure wouldn't. Well, neither will Sally. Well, I tried to warn you about that lying so much. Hey, but her thought that I lied, she kept asking all those questions. Anyway, she ran off my best friend. Your best friend? Yeah. Well, that's too bad. What's his name? I don't know. I ain't met him yet. Besides, I got a new girlfriend. She ain't here neither. Oh? She's a twin. A twin? Yeah. Do you have any trouble telling them apart? No. Her brother's about 2 inches taller than she is. Oh. You know, if it weren't for the mustache, you two'd look a lot alike. Me and her brother? No, you and my girlfriend. Ephus, I don't have a mustache. No, but she does. Have you got any ambitions at all in life? Yeah, I want to marry a rich gal that's too proud to let her husband work. Well, speaking of work, and if you ever do get married, which I have my doubts about, is your wife going to have to work out? No, sirree, Bob. My wife is going to stay at home. She's going to cook my meals, clean my house, wash my dishes, do the laundry, mow the yard, tend to the garden and can, and take care of the young'uns. Ain't no wife of mine going to have to work. And that's right. Any eligible old ladies out there? No, never mind. You know, they say marriages are made in heaven. Yeah, so is thunder and lightning. All men are a thorn of three and equal. Then they grow up and get married. Now, let's change the subject, please. A lot of folks have asked questions about you, Ephus. Like what? Well, like where were you born? Well, I was born in Hancock. Hancock, well, that's just down the road a little ways. Yeah, you go past Dixon's resumed speech sign, there it is. Well, you were born in Hancock, now what part? All of me. No, I mean, why were you born in Hancock? Because my mother wanted me close to her, I guess. No, why did you leave Hancock? because I couldn't take it with me. Oh, his elevator don't always go to the top floor, does it? Well, when is your birthday? January the 13th. What year? Every year. No, we're not getting anywhere very fast on this. Now, when you grew up, what did your folks want you to do? Leave home. And I did, too. I left home and went to skydiving school. Skydiving school? Yep. Did you graduate? I sure did. Well, how many successful jumps have you made? All of them were. Yep, I'll tell you what, I took my blind Uncle Wayne skydiving one time. Your Uncle Wayne, he's blind, isn't he? Yeah, that's why we call him Blind Uncle Wayne. He said that was the funniest thing that he ever did. Well, did he enjoy it? He sure did. Are you going to take him again? Ain't no way. I ain't taking him again. I ain't going to do that no more. Had you ever heard a German Shepherd, CNI dog, screaming at 20,000 feet? It was awful. One time I was on an airplane and it caught on fire. Oh, that's bad. No, that was good because I had a parachute on. Well, that was good. No, that was bad because the chute wasn't open. Well, that was bad. No, it was good because I was over a thorn, a big old haystack. Well, that was good. No, that was bad because there was a pitchfork sticking up out of that haystack. Well, that was bad. No, that was good because of mist. Mist? Ephus, I'm going to have a drink of water, or drink on that. Well, I could use a little drink myself. Well, you know the old saying, beauty before age. I'm going to go first. Here, I'll hold it for you. Ready? Yeah, just about. Ah! That was water. Well, yes, that was water. What'd you think it was? I told you I was thirsty, not dirty. Ephus, every time I see you anymore, you're either getting drunk or chasing wild women. What's wrong with that? Well, don't you know what good, clean fun is? No, what good is it? And you know something else? You spit on that lady's dress out there, and she is upset. Well, I didn't mean to. She's upset with you. I think you need to apologize. Well, I'm sorry, lady. Don't get your nose all out of joint. I don't think it did any harm. Looked like an old dress anyway. It was. That made it even worse. Well, if it means that much to you, lady, there's an old gal sitting right over there wearing a dress just like it. Maybe she'll sell it to you. Ephus, it's plain that you don't understand anything about women. Well, by the time you get old enough to understand women, you just don't care no more. Well, you know, I think you're going through your second childhood, Ephus. Well, as I am, I'm having a lot more fun than the first one. Well, you don't look that old. Well, I was born very young. Oh. You know, three things happen to you when you get old. First, you lose your eyesight. Then you lose your memory. And third, I forgot. You can always tell you know you're old when you remember when bacon and eggs and sunshine are all good for you. That's true. Well, you know, we don't always pay attention to our seniors, and we can gain a lot of knowledge from our seniors if we just listen to them. That's right. And I know you have accumulated a lot of knowledge in your lifetime. Would you care to share some of that? Well, yeah, I have been to a couple of hog killings and a county fair or two. And I've noticed one thing. The American people are a lot stronger than they used to be. In what way? Well, 20 years ago, it would take 2 adults to carry $20 worth of groceries. Now any 5-year-old kid can carry $20 worth of groceries. And what have you think about the younger generation? Well, there ain't a thing wrong with the younger generation that becoming a taxpayer wouldn't cure. Well, you know, you ever miss the good old days? If you ever miss the good old days, just turn the air conditioner off. Now here's a question I've been asked to ask you, and I don't like to. But there were a group of ladies stopped me outside a while ago, and they just wanted to know how you felt about equal rights. Well, sir, the way I look at it, there ain't but one way a woman can be equal with a man. And just looking around here, I don't see every woman in the room that can qualify. Oh, no. Franklin, Roger, you better get ready to open the door for me, Louis. I got a feeling we're going to need a fast getaway. No, sir. Any kind of woman can walk down the sidewalk, bald-headed, with a big beer belly, and still talk about how good looking she is. She can be equal to a man. And I don't see a lady here at all. Oh. That's right. You know, I know you've never been married, but there are some newlyweds here, and maybe you'd have a word of advice for the newlyweds. Well, sir, all the newlyweds don't expect your first dinner to be all that great. Takes a while to find a good restaurant. You know, people here at Dixon have got an advantage, though, because we've eaten in all of the restaurants and the eating establishments here, and they're all good, aren't they? They sure is. But I'll tell you one thing. You sure did embarrass me the other day when you ordered that tongue sandwich down there at Linda's Cafe. Tongue sandwich? There's nothing wrong with tongue sandwiches. Lots of people eat tongue sandwiches. I could never eat anything that comes out of the animal's mouth. Just give me a good old egg anytime. Are you saying you're a vegetarian? No, I ain't no vegetarian. If it's wrong to eat animals, how come they're made out of meat? Well, that's true. Hey, I saw some old fishing buddies here a while ago. Oh, did you? Yeah, David Ass and Gene Meredith. Oh, they're your fishing buddy. Yep. Oh, Gene and I go fishing all the time. They took me fishing the other day. We went crappie fishing, and they took me swimming, too. Swimming? Yep, took me out there in the lake and let me swim all the way back. Well, that's a long swim for an old man like you. Well, the swim wasn't so bad, but I did have trouble getting out of that sack. Gunny sack. Well, did you catch any fish? Oh, I tell you, we caught some fish now. And were they very big? Yeah, they were so big it just took 8 to make a dozen. 8 to make a dozen. Yeah. Wait a minute, she's trying to explain that to your old man. See, there's 12 in it, never mind. You know, and we was sitting out there in the boat, David Ash, Gene Meredith, and me, and it come a toad strangler, and we had to leave. We didn't want to leave because we was afraid we couldn't find that place again. Well, David, he said, don't worry, boys. He took a piece of chalk, made a great big X right on the side of the boat. Now he said, we'll find it. Ephus, that won't work. That's what Gene Meredith said. Said, David Ash, you Mexican head, you know that won't work. Said, we might not use this same boat the next time they come out here. And I agreed with him, too. You know, I saw a school teacher of mine a while ago, Archie Whitaker. He was here, and Archie used to be my vocational agriculture teacher. Yeah, he was mine, too. Well, now, I can understand him being mine, but I don't know about yours. Oh, yeah. Oh, Archie, he could get some hard tests. Oh, yeah, he could. He could get hard tests. One time he did a test, and it was so hard that nobody knew the answer. And he got mad. Imagine what you do. He said, all of you dummies stand up. What happened? Nobody stood up. And he said it again. He said, all you dummies, please stand up. So I stood up. Well, that was honest. At least you were one honest dummy. That's what Mr. Whitaker said. At least we got one honest dummy here. I said, not necessarily so, Mr. Whitaker. I just didn't want to see you standing there all by yourself. And I had a dream about him and me the other night. It was a nightmare. Nightmare? I dreamed we were both in heaven. Well, that wouldn't be a nightmare. No, that we had to climb this long ladder to get there. And I was climbing and I got tired. And I said, Archie, you're so much stronger than I am. Let me ride on your shoulders, piggyback. And he did.
Put you on his shoulders.
All the way to the pearly gates. And I'm sitting there on his shoulders, and St. Peter come out and he said, Ephus, old feller, come on in. That you're going to have to leave your donkey outside.
Well, did you go on in?
And I went on in, and there was this big room full of clocks.
Room full of clocks. What are they there for?
Well, that's what I asked. I asked that angel, I said, what's all the clocks for? He said, everyone on earth's got a clock. And whenever you commit a sin or do something bad, the hour hand goes around 1 hour.
Well, did you see a clock for me?
No, I didn't see your clock.
You mean I don't have a clock?
You got a clock. I asked the angel, I said, where's Warren's clock? He said, don't worry, Ephus. We got it in the office. We're using a sort of sand. You know, round and round and round. Then that angel took me out and put me on a big two-wheel or two-seater bicycle and took me on a tour of heaven.
Well, that was good.
And I looked around and I saw Norma Riddle.
Norma Riddle?
Norma Riddle. She was riding in a Cadillac.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
That's what I said. I said, how come I'm on this old bicycle and Norma is in a Cadillac? And that angel said it gets dependent on how good you were down there on earth and what you ride on up here.
Well, that makes sense. You see anybody else?
I saw Dean Baker.
Dean Baker?
Yep.
And what was he riding in?
Roller skates. Then they took me and they chained me to the biggest, awfulest, most horrible looking monster I ever saw in my life. And they said, Ephus, you aren't very humble down there on earth. And so for the next 1,000 years, you're going to be chained to this awful, horrible monster till you learn the meaning of humility. And I looked around, and I saw John Greenleaf. John Greenleaf. And he was chained to Dolly Parton. Oh, they were. I said, now this can't be right. Here I am with this awful looking thing, and John's chained to Dolly Parton. That angel said, I'm afraid that while she was on earth, Dolly Parton wasn't very humble.
Well, David, it's obvious that you have been in a lot of places.
I've been everywhere, I tell you.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere. I've crossed the mountains there, and I've driven the mountain there. Trouble I've had my share, because I've been everywhere. Then there ain't no snow, those are the men, so the loader on the winds, those areas, all the wheat, those all the old, on the tent, all down, all, not all, bang, all the north, south, the north, on the illy ducking, in the end, the devil, cattle, killer.
Name one place you haven't been.
I've been everywhere. I like to do that, just watch your face get red. Thank you. Have I told you how good you look up here?
No, you haven't.
You look like $1 million.
Now, even I happen to know you've never seen $1 million before in your whole life.
That's what I mean. You look like something I ain't never seen.
Now, even I'm a self-made man.
Well, when you gonna finish the job?
All right, now. You know, your fan club is going to be downtown Dixon at noon. They were supposed to have a parade, Your Honor, but I don't know what happened. They didn't show up.
Well, one of them got sick, the other had to work.
But they wanted me to ask you to sing a song. And you know the song I'm talking about.
Well, we ain't got no music.
Well, you can sing a cappella.
Uncle what?
A cappella, that means without music, straight from the heart.
All right, I'll try it. Any George Jones fans out there? Ricky Skaggs? Hey, let's hear it. Well, they ain't gonna be here. I don't know what happened. They didn't even call.
All right. Are you ready?
You know, I'd be a good singer if it wasn't for one thing.
What's that?
Your voice.
Never mind my voice, even. You know, when I open my mouth, pear-shaped tones can float out.
When you open your mouth, the watermelon can float out. All good singers clear the throat before they sing.
You saying you're a good singer?
No, just clearing the throat.
All right. I'll try to help you out as much as I can.
All righty. Well, there was a boy from Arkansas that wouldn't listen to his pa, and he told him that he should go to school.
Doodly-doo.
What was that?
Well, you know, whenever you have a guitar picker backing you up in the bluegrass band or like the Baker band, they always throw that little fancy lick in there, that doodly-doo.
Can I tell you a secret?
Well, yeah, I like secrets.
Lean close here. Don't do that no more! Doggone squirrel! Now, Janet, I ain't calling this ventriloquist a squirrel. I just want to know who called this squirrel a ventriloquist. Don't do that.
All right, finish your song. I'm sorry.
Let's see, where was I? Was the boys learning the other wasn't listening to his own, he told me not to go to school. He slipped away in the afternoon, take a little walk, then pretty soon he's shining at that buffalo auction barn. He's standing listening, hold it! Now what are you doing with your leg?
Just keeping time to the music, Ephus.
Well, you hold your leg still. You know I've got hemorrhoids. Speaking of which, you know how you're always brushing your teeth in the morning in the dark?
Well, yeah, I don't like to waste electricity, especially during peak time.
Well, what you thought was toothpaste is...
You mean?
That's right, that's their H&H.
Go ahead and finish your song.
All right. You hear that drunk fell out a two-story window the other day downtown Dixon?
No.
Yeah, he's lying there, a big crowd gathered around. Clifty Yoakum come up, looked at the drunk, he said, "What happened?" Drunk said, "I don't know, I just got here."
You're talking about the Marshal Clifty Yoakum.
That's right. He's doing his best to save money for the city. I saw him out there the other day. He was planting Cheerios in the garden.
Cheerios?
Yeah, he said they were donut seeds.
All right, finish your song.
As time went on, he did his best. All could see he didn't jest. He practiced calling dead both night and day. His day to find him behind the barn, just working up and off. He tried to imitate an auctioneer. He said his son, he can't stand to have him that he'll scream man and trying to make those calls in our good name. I'll send you away to an auction school, and there you'll see no study fool. You can take a place among the very best. $35 later now, $30, 30, 30, make a 30, who's on the 30 day, to get you 30, who's on $30 bill. $30 there now, 35, hey, to get you 35, make a 30, who's to get a 35, so that cows are a $35 bill.